Hi, I'm Fabu. I'm from RaveSpace. We're a Berlin Metaverse company. We are currently developing our own Metaverse web engine with a strong focus on Web3. And it started last year during peak COVID when we realized a lot of artists were putting out streams of their performances and DJ sets on YouTube, and we thought, let's do something more immersive. So we came up with Berlin's first virtual club. It's called RaveSpace. And let me show you how it's looking. I hope the video is playing. It's too... Can you start it? Just click in the center and then... Okay, let's do it like this. So it's a quite dark experience. I don't know if you see it. You walk towards the bouncer. It's all in the browser. You show your ticket. Then you walk around. Then you have some like clubby environment. You have a phone where you can do some stuff, buy coins for drinks, for example. You can upload your own stickers and put them on the wall. And all the stickers like stay there in the club for some time. You can see other users. You can like walk around, experience some artworks. You can trigger dance moves and the avatars start to dance. And you already hear the music like becoming louder. You have spatial audio. When you walk towards the dance floor, you see all the other users and also a video stream of a DJ that's projected into the club in real time. I think it's quite dark, right? So yes, so we built this virtual club experience and we thought it's quite cool. We had some users and some parties, but it's maybe a very good use case for the Web3 community because protocols and coins maybe need new use cases for their technology, for example, like payment options or whatever. And we maybe thought about, should we implement a coin, a Rave coin, to pay in the club? And then we came up with another idea, a NFT gallery that we put right in front to the club. So NFT projects can showcase their art and hang them up in our virtual gallery. And this is the gallery. We can show 3D sculptures, artworks from artists. And we had the opportunity to give NFT projects and artists the chance to exhibit in a museum or a gallery. Even if it's a virtual one, it's still some kind of exhibition. And the NFT projects really liked the idea, and they hosted community parties and events for the communities that came together, visit the art, and it's also very good for producing content. So afterwards, we did a similar thing with the hash masks. It's one of the most important NFT projects. I think they claim to kick off the NFT bull run in 2021. And they partnered with Wolfgang Beltracchi. He's the most prolific art forger of all time. So he even was sent to prison because he forged and sold some of the most important paintings. And they asked us to build a virtual museum for the collection, for the NFT collection he created. The crazy thing about it is that Wolfgang Beltracchi was banned from museums and galleries because of his past, his forgery. So there was no way to buy or to consume a piece of Wolfgang Beltracchi. And this NFT collection was the first time after this thing that you would be able to buy a real Beltracchi. And even our museum was the only way to experience his artwork in some gallery-like environment. So please start the video again. So this is also our Metaverse engine, and it runs right in the browser. You can even embed it in websites, so it's seamlessly. And this was the third project, and the graphics and performance was way better. We had some of these rooms created, matching the artworks, the NFT artworks. You can walk around, look at the collection, and be in this immersive kind of museum. The cool thing was that we even built individual galleries for each NFT that was created. So each artwork has its own 3D gallery that you can share with friends and experience your artwork in this 3D space. Yes. So as a learning, I can maybe say this 3D museum was quite cool and a good marketing move for them because it's an artist and he builds his own Metaverse museum. But the way more important thing for the community was, where they can benefit from was, we created this museum, and before the reveal of the artworks, we put some riddles in the museum, like you should search for some hints, and you had some riddles with color codes, and you should like solve who's the artist behind this project, what's the art is looking like, and you can even win some Ethereum by solving the riddle. And the community on Discord tried to solve this riddle together, and within like a couple of weeks, there was a massive dynamic in Discord because the people wanted to solve the riddle and talked about it. And we gave them the platform where they can exchange in this virtual room and explore. And this was really a nice thing for content and community building, to not only have Twitter and 2D static sites, but also this 3D room where you can explore the art. So also a little learning for you, what you need to know about the metaverse. There are two types of technologies for web-based 3D experiences. There's cloud rendering. That means the 3D scene that you just saw is not rendered on your computer, but the image that you see is rendered in the cloud, on a big cloud computer, on a massive one, and you get only the image back. And that's why these cloud-rendered metaverses can look very shiny, very good quality. They can have particle effects, whatever, because it not depends on your computer, but on a big computer in the cloud. What we do is client-side rendering. That means all the 3D scene gets rendered on your computer. But that means if you have a cheap smartphone or a cheap computer, we need to trade off between the quality of the 3D scene and the experience. So yeah, keep in mind, if you see some metaverses, there are two types of technologies. And the cloud rendering thing is because it runs in the cloud, it's very expensive. Maybe it's even $1 per visit because everything needs to be computed in the cloud. And our thing is basically for free because it runs on your computer. So what we did next is we thought this art space and metaverse and NFT thing goes very well together. So we decided to build our own NFT project and metaverse project, the Musée Decentral. And here's a little trailer we put together. Again, a video. So basically, we built the Musée Decentral. It's a massive metaverse museum. We have 222 individual frames that are distributed around the museum. And each of this frame is an NFT, a 3D NFT. And if you own this NFT, you can load your artworks, your NFT, inside the museum and curate the museum. So if you own one of our NFTs, you are able to exhibit in our museum. Okay, so let me continue. All right, so what we're doing is we are rethinking NFTs by giving them a real world, a real utility in the metaverse. So each of these frames is collectible. It's like a preview of this frame. Each is unique, and you can trade it on OpenSea or whatever. But it also has the utility that it has a fixed spot in the museum. If you own it, you can exhibit your NFTs. And it even adapts to the size of the NFT. So if you have a square NFT that you want to exhibit, the frame is square. If it's like this size, it adapts. And you can even rent your frame for a specific time, so you can get passive income. So if you don't want to sell your frame, you can rent it for 1 to 3 weeks and set the price for it. How it works, we had a custom ERC 721 contract. Then you mint a random frame via Chainlink, so it's distributed fairly. And if you exhibit inside your frame, it updates the token property, so it's on-chain. And if you rent the frame, it is also on-chain, so it's truly decentralized. And what that means, just a small reminder, you can update the token properties of NFTs. That means NFTs can live. The NFTs, even the images, if you're an artist, doesn't need to be the same all the time. If you design the smart contract the way you like, you can update the metadata, you can update the images, you can use dynamic images. For example, your NFT can change in the night, it has dark themed. If it's in the day, it's light themed. And even if you see it on OpenSea, you can refresh the metadata and the NFT changes. So NFTs doesn't need to be static, they can live. And it's very interesting because you can also tell a story with it. Back to the museum, it's a massive 3-floor museum with different kinds of zones. We have a Hall of Fame with the most important NFT projects. We have some curated exhibitions. So we give parts of our museum to NFT teams and collectives, and they can curate it and host some exhibitions. And we also have educational content, a timeline of the NFT history to onboard non-NFT users. And let me show you how it looks. There's another video. It's the last one. Also our own engine is getting way better. You can create your own avatars with Ready Player Me. We have a third-person camera, multiplayer. You have a voice chat. You can trigger gestures. The graphics also better. Here's some frames that are already exhibited. This is the timeline, and it runs all in the browser. Yeah. Some alien friends. And in this room, there's some more exhibited. You can watch the art, get some additional information, and we even built a club to host some parties in the exhibition room. Yes. So, and if you're an artist or NFT collective or project leader, whatever, we also host some community exhibitions. So if you want to get featured in our museum, if you're an artist, just check out Twitter. We do some regular exhibitions. So that's it for now. What we're doing at the moment is we're building a virtual Metaverse festival venue for 12 by 12. It's a music NFT platform. And the cool thing is, if you own an NFT on the platform, you're granted access to virtual concerts by the artist. So you plug your MetaMask on our Metaverse, and then we scrape the NFTs in your wallet, and if you have the right one, you get access to the concert, you get credits for virtual drinks and the stickers, and the NFTs also are for governance tokens, so you can decide how the virtual clubhouse on this festival will look like. And we're also building a metaverse for a German football club, for Hertha. And also we have some NFTs, and each NFT is a different kind of clothing, like a tricot or whatever. And you have access to live football games if you own these NFTs. And if you have these NFTs, you can also meet virtual football stars in this space. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks a lot. Some questions?
Hello. I have a question around, other than being in a space physically right now, where do you see it going next? What's the big thing that's going to make it more interesting than going to a festival in person, for example?
In person? So there's one point I always figure out. So we are very privileged. We live in Berlin. We have museums and parties and festivals, but not everyone is able to visit cultural institutions. For example, if you live on the countryside or in poor countries, you will never be able to visit a museum. And maybe we offer, or the Metaverse offers, some glimpse into making the cultural institutions or the experiences of these kinds of things public and for free for everyone in the world. And if the hardware gets better and VR headsets getting cheaper and better resolution, it's even more immersive, and maybe it's could be even better than a real one because you have more possibilities. You can build the festival ground as you like and have more opportunities. And you can connect with people from all over the world.
Hey, thanks for the talk. I was a bit late, just right when you were talking about rendering, whether it's cloud-based or client-based. My question would be rather, what are the costs? Like, say, imagine I have a collection of 10,000 NFTs, and I want to render them, I don't know, every day at least once, or even maybe once in an hour. Like, have you guys already estimated how much would it cost for you or for the client?
No, sorry, it depends on the needs.
How are you rendering them, or how are you planning to render? Like, you will have your own servers?
We have our own service, and it's not client side. It's not cloud rendered, but it's client side. So everything happens on your device. So it's for free. But we have to trade off the quality, because if you use it with a cheap smartphone, we need to decrease the quality and the scalability.
All right, thank you.
Hey, so the products you created, they work based on like this kind of like a network effect, I would say, where if there's only one person at the club, it's no fun, right? So my question is, how did you, I guess, create like a community of people to actually use your product when you were like with one person, for example?
So if I understand your question right, it's really hard to bring people to visit a virtual club or a virtual museum because it's quite new and some people don't see the sense in it. So you need to bring people to the platform. And as I said, an example, the easiest way is to give them some kinds of games, gamify it, give them riddles that they have to solve, some mini games and stuff to experience. And the best thing was we partnered with a lot of NFT projects and with a lot of crypto partners and whatever, and we tried to have a big as possible network to include as much communities as possible. So we gave crypto communities the chance to party in our virtual club. So they came, and it's a network effect, yeah. Okay, thanks.